What's up, everybody? How you doing, guys? We're live again here on OTHMARIUS MAGIC. Awesome. Guys, I'm super stressed out. I had a super busy day, and I didn't have my setup set up, you know. So I had to very quickly, you know, plug in all the cameras and stuff because I had a shooting session outdoors like last week, and so I was super stressed now to get this going. And then there was some troubles with the bit rate, and I hope everything's now nice and crisp again for you guys. So welcome to another live stream here, guys. And today is going to be awesome because when I prepared today's session, I realized how freaking important the stuff is we're gonna talk about today. Seriously, guys, this is a crossroad when it comes to becoming a magician, a card magician. This is a crossroad, and if you take a wrong turn here, you might really lose track or waste a lot of time. However, if you get this right from scratch, what we're going to talk about today, this will build a solid foundation for your card magic. It's really fundamental. It's extremely important, and if you get it right, you will be very confident performing magic very fast in your learning process, in your first attempts going out performing magic or progressing with your performances. What I want to say at the very beginning here is that that we are focusing right now here on card magic in a style or in a manner that really attempts to go out and perform live for people, and it is something very different from what we are all used to consume since the social media revolution, and since we all are equipped with cameras and stuff. You know, it's a very huge difference between shooting awesome music video-like compilations of effects and stuff, which is awesome, which is really cool. But you know, one visual effect comes very fast after another, with a lot of flourishing in there, cool music, nice camera settings and stuff. It's lovely, it's beautiful, it's fantastic, it's very inspirational. But performing for real people in the real world, in real performance situations, is something very different. And today we're gonna take a very close look at one of the most important aspects of performing card magic. It's the basics, the basics of card control, of controlling single cards, of controlling selections, but also of controlling stocks or setting up stocks or routines or tricks right there in front of your audience. So currently we got 8 viewers. Guys, welcome. Andy Payne says evening Andy, how you doing? And when I thought about what I wanted to do today, I was thinking, you know, why am I doing this for free, you know? Because it's really valuable stuff today. And the answer is very simple, because right now my channel is really very small. So and the way YouTube works today, it's not such a big deal. Actually, the algorithm isn't suggesting smaller channels so much. So this is still here a very private setting, actually, although it goes live out there, actually being able to be viewed by everybody. But you know, if it was that easy, you know, my channel would have much more views and subscribers, but it's not how it works. So this is pretty still, we are very, you know, a very intimate group here. Good, thanks. Sorry I missed last week. Andy Payne, no problem. I've got all my stuff in a playlist, all these live sessions, so whenever you want to, you can recap or go back or watch the other live streams. Yeah, no problem. So Very shortly summing up what happened so far in this in this card magic practice session live stream. First, we talked about the basics of card magic, the very fundament, spreading cards, holding a deck of cards, the basic grips and how to square them up. And then we talked about shuffling cards, the importance of shuffling and cutting cards. Then we took a close look at the most valuable flourishes in card magic. And then, and that was the last live stream, we kind of, jumped or leaped into the future. We took a close look at the past as representative for specific card control slides. And the main thing I pointed out there, and I repeated myself over and over again to get the message through, a specific card slide is something you use in a specific situation at a time where you actually really know what you're doing. And you do this on the basis of experience of actually performing magic already, and actually having a certain experience of all the other very important aspects of magic. That is audience management, that is timing and pace, misdirection, and also that is a certain overview over the employment or the structure of tricks and routines. All this comes together in card magic, and you need to know all of these things. You have to have experience with all of these things in order to be a smooth and cool performer, right? Andy Payne, your channel is great. Thank you so much for the flowers. I think so too. And by the way, there is a 4K subscriber special on my channel right now. A video where I'm giving away a nice deck of playing cards. So if you missed that, it's there right there on top of my channel page, because it has been the latest upload. So you want to check this out later, guys, and get a chance to win a pretty nice deck of cards, because that's how I celebrate my milestones here on YouTube. So let's get into this view here. When I was ready with setting everything up, I looked at the Royal Road to Card Magic here, because I know it's in here, but I really didn't find it. And then I realized, once again, this is such a great book. It has an index, which means there are by alphabet in order the terms you might look for. And I was looking for in-jog, and I found you're right, the in-jog right there at page 8, and there it is, page 8, the in-jog. I'm not going to read this now. I'm going to talk about this in detail in this live stream. Anyways, it's in here, and it is something pretty much at the beginning of the Royal Road to Card Magic, and it is there because it is so freaking fundamental. The technique of catching a break with an in-jog, and then controlling this break via shuffling or via cutting the cards. And this is the main concept. And we're going to talk about this in detail very much. Just one more information. I thought it was it's quite interesting. In the technique of in-jogging cards was first mentioned in Scott's Discoveries of Witchcraft, published in 1584. Freaking 1584. 1584. It was first mentioned. That's how old this is, and it is still a theme. It is still something to learn, to master, to study. By the time the Royal Road to Card Magic was published, which was 1951 or 53, I believe, and it is still today super relevant, and that's what we're gonna talk about, right? And also, in the context of all these other live stream sessions we did so far, guys, you will now find that all these different elements, the basic grips, spreading cards, the most valuable flourishes like the thumb fan or the dribble, and also of course the standard or most used or most common shuffling techniques like the overhand shuffle, the Hindu shuffle stuff. All of these different elements now here, they fall together, they will be combined, and all of these they serve a higher purpose, you know, and this is a key momentum of understanding only from a mechanic level, you know, when we talk about handling cards and the mechanics of card handling. All these things now fall together and start enabling us. We are now getting to a point where we really are enabled to perform a huge variety, a huge set of effects, of tricks, right? And that's the goal. You don't want just to learn another trick and then another trick and another trick. You want to learn the fundamental principles of the art form, and you want to understand the basic techniques, master the basic techniques, and then be enabled to combine them, you know, to have with the easiest of means a huge repertoire to work with. What is the name of the book Glenn Swank asks? It is The Royal Road to Card Magic. It has a blue cover, so let me put this out here without the green screen. It looks something like this. There are different prints of it. It has been published 1951, I believe, by two authors, Jean Hougard and Frederic Brouet. Both are very famous masters of the art of card magic and conjuring with cards, and it's an extremely valuable book because it's really organized, and it really gets you from the start to the beginning. Building up the things you need to know. It's really rich. So if you don't know this book, you need to get this, okay? If you want to study card magic. I'm basically using this to organize my my lectures or my tutorial series, and also this live stream here, as you see, because it's just, you know, you hardly do this any better. Of course, the art form progressed, and there are very good learning resources, very great books. There are more modern books there today, but when it comes to getting started with the art form, and when you want to really learn the basics and get the basics right, and I can't emphasize this enough, this is super important. If you want to do that, that's really the book, okay? So here's the thing. Let's take the book aside and let's go to the hands here. Where is this? Right, so, and let's get these things away, not to be how you say, to have our focus here really on the cards. So I didn't have the cards in my hands, I don't know, now 2 days now, or now 1 day or something. So let me warm up here a little bit with some shuffles here and a little bit of going. Guys, get a deck of cards out and get started with this practice session here. Let me know what are you practicing right now. Is it flourishes? Is it shuffling cards? Is it specific slides? So I need to bring the camera a little bit more far away here. Oh no, this is already like this, so I have more space to operate here, yeah? So how is the sound, guys? Is the sound of the mic good before I get started here with what I want to share with you today, guys? Or is it not so good? I'm turning the music a little down here right now. So there's a relatively new version of the Royal Road with links to video clips for the slides too. Brian Rappert says. Never heard about this. Is this I don't know. This house Paul Williams or something got a DVD, basically walking through the Royal Road to Card Magic with some extra tricks and something pretty cool. But I guess, you know, a lot of I'm not the only one using this book, and of course I'm not the only one teaching magic or card magic. And by the way, this is very important also. All I'm saying here, don't take this as the last word or something. This just reflects my would you say my understanding, my level of mastering the art form. Take it not as the last word. Take it as an input for your own thought process. You know, it's really important to always be critical and always you know, make the stuff work for yourself. 2015 version. Yeah, by whom? Brian Rappert. By whom? So, you know, let's get started with practicing here some flourishes which we need. The dribble, for example. We're gonna need the dribble. And we're gonna need the thumb fan, classic thumb fan. And by the way, guys, I've got for all the things you see here in-depth tutorials up and running. So in case you see something, some move or slide you don't know yet, you know, you can learn this on my channel. You know, you will find this easy peasy on my channel page. I have tutorial series on everything. And of course, I've got in the info cards, I've got you know, all you need. I've got the whole tutorial series on the basics of card control linked there. I've got also a very special video linked on the power of storytelling, where I'm talking very much in depth, giving you an example how misdirection works as a basic concept within storytelling, within the employment of a trick or the structure of a trick. Also, I have a bonus video there, how to use the overhand shuffle to actually force a card, and I will show you this here. I will make use of this here right now in a few minutes. But right now, I'm just getting started, you know, warming up a little bit, my hands here. I need the dribble. I need the thumb fan, right? It's very real. And also, we're gonna need the chalier cut, very nice one-handed cut. The chalier cut, I love this so much. Yeah. It's probably the chalier cut. It's also in the Royal Road to Card Magic, by the way. The chalier cut is one of those things. It is relatively easy. It's a very easy one-handed cut. There's so much more difficult one-handed cuts out there, but on layman this makes a very, very a strong impression. You know, so you can use the one-handed cut, the chalier cut, really as kind of a flourish. Magic Michael does the video, but does many slides different from what the book text specifies. Well, yeah, okay. Of course, you know, everybody has his own handling, and it lies in the nature of what we do that you know, the techniques get refined, and then somebody comes up with something, you know, more specific or more detailed explanation. I mean, you know, this is a book. I don't know how many, you know, how many pages this has. Let's see here, 282, you know, even more written pages, 287 written pages, and it's so full. And that the beauty about this book is that it's really the techniques or the slides and all the methods, they are explained very much in detail. I mean, really to the point. So you can really use this book, work with the book to get started. So it's really it's really compressed information in there. I mean, I believe it's not so easy to write down. To try to explain a slide or a technique by writing it down rather than by showing it with the video tutorial, you know. So also, of course, we're gonna need the overhand shuffle here, and you see, guys, these are all these fundamental and basic techniques right now. Okay, it's no fancy stuff, but we will turn all of these into extreme powerful tools of deception, of card manipulation. Also, we can make use of the Hindu shuffle, right? And then, of course, we need some cutting techniques. We would need something like a triple table cup, you know, cutting 3 packages onto the table, something like this, yeah. And also we will make use of the double undercut. It's this beauty here. By the way, there's a version of the double undercut, a table version also. Looks something like this. It's very powerful. For laymen, extremely deceptive. So, and basically what we're going to do and what we're going to talk about is that we are going to create the illusion of shuffling the cards or respectively losing a card in the deck, and then even losing it even further by shuffling or cutting the cards. From the spectator's point of view, the card gets completely lost in the deck, and you do all of this without emphasizing any of the actions, and you will not need to, because these are techniques you should anyways be so, you should have them so much under control that you don't have to think about these things, okay? It's the basic stuff, you know? So likewise, shuffling the cards, something you're never going to emphasize this. You're going to be in a performance situation. You're going to be in a chit chat with your audience while you're shuffling the cards or while you're cutting the cards, and thus controlling the card, although you are actually presenting movements that create the illusion for the spectators that the cards are getting completely mixed. And that's the trick, basically, right? So also I need the swing cut here, and as you can see, there's a little practice session I'm doing myself here with no specific order, you know. So, and all of these techniques, of course, they are no slides. They are not meant to be hidden. Actually, they are they will be seen by the audience, and some of them should be really addressed to the audience, you know, like dribbling the cards when you have someone select a card, for example, or fanning the cards when you have someone put a card in there, and stuff like that. So this is something that draws the attention to the audience, and yet you will use exactly this moment to control the cards, right? And in contrast to slides like the pass, this is something really, really stress-free, because by the time where you will control the card, or you will set up a stock or whatever, you will do this hiding in plain sight, so you don't have to worry about, you know, flashing or anything. And this is what it makes so powerful. So guys, we got currently viewing 12 viewers. We haven't really started yet. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, maybe how old you are. Are you a beginner of the art form? You consider yourself advanced or even a pro? What's up, what's your take? And why are you tuning in? You want to learn about the basics of card controlling card magic. And hopefully the sound is good, guys. Is the sound alright? It's not too loud. The music, the background music, I hope so not. If so, let me know. Alright. We're getting there. I'm almost comfortable. That's a very nice one too. Up to the letter. So guys, what's the deal here? So we have a spectator select a card, and we do this in card magic 8,000 times, right? So we have a select a card, any card. It really doesn't matter which one it is in this case. And now we are in a situation where we have we lose the card in the deck, right? So we just lose the card in the deck, right? Something like this. This is the main concept. Bang, the card is lost, and the way I did it right now, I lost it myself. Okay, so everybody agrees on the fact the card is lost in the deck. And that is the situation we create. You create when you perform with this technique. And at that point, and this is the important, really, really important thing to understand, your attention goes up and the spectator's attention goes up to whatever you are now guiding or leading to. And there is an agreement, and of course it's not outspoken, it's an, how you say, it's a subconscious agreement that the card is lost in the deck. You don't care about it, and they don't care about it anymore either. And this situation where there's absolutely no heat on it, and where you actually logically take the next step to explain what's happening next, everybody follows you, and in that moment, you will control the card. You will control the stock, or you will even set up the trick. And you will do this basically in plain sight, hiding in plain sight. And that's so great about it. And you will not get caught, because it is so subtle, because it has been established that the card is lost. And you're not doing something very fast with the cards just in the moment where the card got lost in the deck and then you do something with it. No, you don't do that. You take a break and you address the next step. And as everybody follows on this journey with you, and as everybody follows onto this, description or plan, pathway, you're setting out for the people you're interacting with, you pull off the card control by cutting or shuffling the cards. Isn't that great? Of course, there is a sleight involved in this, and that is catching an in-jog. Now, catching an in-jog or an in-jog is something like this, and I'm just showing this like this with a swing cut. You swing cut the cards, and then you push one card out there here. Looks something like this. That's the in-jog, okay? This is of course exaggerated. You can have this a little smaller here, but it really doesn't matter, okay? Because you basically have one card sticking out towards the direction of the performer, to your body, like this. And if you hold the cards like this, this can't be seen, okay? And that's the only slide you make to create this in-jog. And then you will catch a pinky break using this in-jog, which would look something like this. There you go. This is just that's just what's happening. Pinky break looks something like this. You have a little break. You hold with the flash of your pinky. Okay, that's why it's also called the fourth finger flash break. Can you put the music a little lower? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, it goes down. Yeah. So you catch a pinky break. If you don't know how to do that, again, I've got an in-depth tutorial series, how to catch a pinky break, and I feature there this super simple practice routine, swing cutting the cards, and when you come back with the tip of your thumb, you push the card back, okay? And then you come with your right hand for an overhand grip, and thus pushing the card down or pulling it up. That's depends on where you want to have the card in the end. We just do this pushing it down right now. So I push it down, and when I now close the hand to square it up, I catch this nice break here. Okay, and that is what you have to master as a slide. And if you think, now lame, I want to do the pass and something, you know what? This is a preparation for the pass, because with the same technique you will get into pole position for the pass. But you should have masters to catch a pinky break with it beforehand, because whenever you fail to get into the pass, no worries, you still can play safe. So this is kind of a safety net. This is very, very, very important. Okay, Diego De La Vega, I'm not an English native and it distracts me. Okay, so the music is now a little softer. Sorry for that. I hope you can follow up here. But hey, it's great. This is live now, so you can tell me this. And now the camera went off, and you can watch this again and again later on. And also you can watch the tutorials where I really explain. My tutorials are very, very in-depth. I'm really going into detail there, so that everybody can catch up. Thank you, Diego De La Vega. Wow, we got currently 7 viewers. This is a nice peak. Awesome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is OTHMARIUS, and today we're talking about the basics of card control. And I think it's a good time to play the trailer. Haven't done this yet. OTHMARIUS Magic. Like and subscribe. Right. So, one more time, little practice routine, swing card. Push the card towards yourself, have it stick out a little bit, and then create this break. There you go. Now, this is a practice routine. This is not something that you use for catching a pinky break like with the swing cut, because you can catch a pinky break without this with the swing cut without pushing the card out here, right? So I'm just using this, or I'm just showing you this for you to how to practice to catch a pinky break, to be in this to get into this position in order to catch a down or up pinky break. And this is what you got to practice for a certain amount of time, so that you got this really under control. You want to be able to catch a pinky break without thinking about it a second. Okay, and that's the first step, and that's the slide. Now, how do we embed this technique, and where do we embed it? Of course, in the situation where the spectator, or where the selection, where the spectator's card gets lost in the deck, right? So, and there's various ways of doing this. Let's go for the thumb fan, for example. So you're in a situation, you had a spectator select a card, you had the card signed, and then you present a nice thumb fan, and you ask the spectator to put the card in there wherever he or she pleases, and the spectator does so. And because of the nature of this thumb fan, there is a limit. You cannot push the cards all the way in when you push when you put a little pressure here down with the thumb onto the cards, right? And you want to have it stick it out, of course, for a moment. From the spectator's point of view, however, it's not a big deal, because as soon as the card gets to this point, you just pull the hand back and you close the spread. And you're in this position from the spectator's point of view. And already you've got created this in-jog here, you see? So, next thing is you come with your overhand grip in the same technique and you catch the pinky break. And there's no big deal. Now this happens very casual, very smoothly. Now the spectator experienced pushing the card into the fan. All you got to close the fan and square up the cards. And here we have the situation again established. The card is lost on the deck. Now there is no need to hurry or to rush in for whatever comes next. No way, because it's established. The card is lost on the deck. It's established for the spectator, and also it needs to be established for you. So you can relax. Okay, you're in this situation now, and you can even have the deck switch hands, and also this you should practice to switch the packs, keeping the pinky break, right? This is what you do. This is one version of getting into this position. Here's another version. Let's do it with the chalier cut, right? So you have a spectator, select any card again. Right now it really doesn't matter. I just want to show you the options, and then you even have the opportunity to say, you know, let's put it wherever you please again, and you say stop, and wherever the spectator stopped, you put the chalier card. Then you put the card in there, and you square up the cards. And again, you are in the same situation like before. You mark the card, you got the pinky break, but from a spectator's point of view, the card is lost in the deck. So it is for you. No need to hurry, no fast rapid motion coming next. Instead, you switching the cards, switching the hands, switching the deck between the hands, focusing totally on your audience, talking about what's coming next, you know, guiding them through the trick with a story or whatever it is you do. Chalier card. You can do the same thing with the overhand shuffle. So let's say you have a spectator select the card using the overhand shuffle. So you shuffle the cards, and the spectator stops you wherever he or she pleases. There you go, and then you present the card, right? Now we got an ace of diamond here. So with the overhand shuffle now, first card you jog in, rest you shuffle over there. Again, you come to transfer the card into the left hand and catching the pinky break. That's it. Now, again, the card is lost in the deck from the spectator's point of view, so it is for you. No need to hurry. It is established, okay? And whatever you do next just loses the card more in the deck. So we got the chalier cut. We got the thumb fan. We got the overhand shuffle. Let's do it with a dribble. We have a spectator select a card with a dribble. Whatever card it is, 2 of diamonds, you dribble over them, all them cards, just like that, but thus creating again this in-jog, because the first cards you let drop, you just pull them inwards a little bit. Again, your right hand comes and creates the break, squaring up the cards. And we are in the same situation. And guys, I'm being redundant here. I repeat myself because this is so freaking important. And so many get this wrong because they think now, immediately, we have to do something. Immediately, we have to control the card. And that is the mistake. No. It is established the card is lost. For the spectator, so it is for you. No need to worry. Have the cards, the deck, switch hands a couple of times while you talk your story. And now, you're ready to control the card. Because at that point, the spectator's attention is completely away from the deck. It is established the card is lost, I say it once again. And now something else is happening. And now you are completely free. There's no heat on your hands, no heat on the deck. Completely free to cut the decks in any way you want. And this is the next phase of this whole thing. So I'm going here right step by step right now. But of course we're going to piece this all together then later on, you know. And you will find all of this goes relatively fast. Never speed things up. Never rush through the things you do, but of course it is one mind frame, you know. It is, oh, here, select the card, maybe you sign the card, haha, what is your name, you make a little joke or whatever, then the card goes back in the deck, it is lost in the deck, you switch the deck in your hands and you proceed with your thing, and then you control the card by cutting or shuffling. So this takes, I don't know what, a minute, 2 minutes maybe, 30 seconds. If you're like a fast talker. But very important is, it doesn't matter really how fast it is. Of course, never too fast and never too slow, but in a certain, the pace just needs to be constant and smooth within the mind pattern, within the mindset of what's going on. You know, as soon as you create the impression that you want to get through something very quickly, people are getting, you know, how you say this, nervous, not nervous, suspicious. They're getting suspicious. So you always need to be most relaxed. Try to be as laid back as possible, and this will help you, you know. And this is, by the way, the difference with the pass or with any other slide. Usually what you see, a performer with little experience who's nervous about what he's doing. So he increases speed up to the point where he wants to perform the pass or any other slide. So he increases speed up to there, and then there comes this interruption because the slide happens and all the attention of the performer goes into this rapid motion for a brief second. And usually after that, people start to freeze for a second, performers. You see that? So it speeds up, then there's a break, and then it speeds up, there is an interruption, and then there is a freeze for a microsecond or something. And then the performer pretends like nothing happened and keeps on going. And this ruins everything. There is no smoothness, there is no drive in it. And of course, you lose your spectators on the way. You know, because they're going like, oh, he's getting faster. Well, you're losing your spectators, and then you make this strange crash, and you're done. You know, oh, I'm sorry, your pass didn't flash, but the performance still doesn't work. The magic doesn't work. Okay. Ja, Gerold, Horace, darum geht's heute leider nicht, aber ich habe ein Tutorial auf meinem Kanal. 2 Arten, wie man eine Karte aus dem Spiel schießt. Gerold, Horace wants to learn how to shoot a card out of the deck. We got this version here, something like this, and then we got the one-handed version where you shoot a card out of the deck like this. Wait, all right, yeah. Both Tutorials are out there. 2 Tutorials habe ich. Musst du mal gucken, findest du bestimmt, ne, in meinen Uploads. Sieht man auch am Thumbnail. Okay, back to the game. So we have we just caught the pinky break, right? And now working with the table. If you have the situation with the table, the easiest solution is called a so-called, I know, or I recommend for absolute beginners, so a simple triple table cut. It's cut once, cut to the break, control the break to the top, bang. There you go. So let's do this with the overhand shuffle. Let me show you how this looks like in performance speed. We got a 2 of spades on top of the deck. I shuffle the cards now. and I asked the spectator to say stop anytime. Say stop anytime, please, right there. Okay. And we got the, oh, 2 of spades, which the spectator selected. Okay, that's what I talked about before. It's a very nice way forcing a card with the overhand shuffle. I got a tutorial for this up and running. Also, you'll find this in the info cards. Very powerful. Anyways, card of the spectator, 2 of spades, and all I'm doing now is I'm shuffling the card. I shuffle the rest on top of there, right? And that's it. And now I'm saying something. I keep my time. I don't do it immediately. I start talking to the audience, whatever it goes. And while I'm doing this, I'm casually cutting the cards to the bottom of the deck. You know what? I can even give it this one a cut here. So to be perfectly clear, I can shuffle over this once again, whatever it does. Anyways, I control the card to the top of the deck. You see how powerful this is? It's really, really powerful. That was the version with the overhand shuffle. Okay, let's go with the 2 of spades, and we do this with the thumb fan. So spectator has signed the card. I said put the card back here in the deck. He puts the card back. As soon as it doesn't go in there any further, I put my hand in. I close the spread, and I don't care about the cards anymore. And I say, guys, do you know the story about the sad clown who lost his friend? Who was a weirdo dressed in a pink bunny costume. It's one of my favorite stories actually out there. It's a sad story, emotional story, but one that you just can't miss out on, right? So, some bullshit talking here. I'm here and I've got the 2 of spades on top of the deck again, right? So, again, it was the same thing. I just caught the pinky break and then I casually used the double undercut to control the cards, to cut to the top of the deck. Of course, you can control the card like that or to the bottom or to any position you like, especially if you use shuffling techniques in between, like the overhand shuffle. One thing here, let me show you for everybody who doesn't know that the double undercut, it's you hold an overhand grip, a right hand overhand grip, and then you break off a package from the bottom. Bring it on top, and you do this just a second time, right? And if you do this with a break, let's say, okay, we go back to the practice routine with the swing cut. We swing cut, we create an in jog, we catch a pinky break. So I got a pinky break here right now. And if you see, if I cut now, and I show you this, I cut now the portion above, underneath the pinky break in half, place this to the top. And now I take the portion, the last portion, and thus controlling the card under the break to the top, which you get the 5 of diamonds when you create a pinky break over the 5 of diamonds, right? So I lose the card in the deck again, and then I cut. Here we go, bang, and it's up there. So, of course, I've got an in-depth tutorial also on the double undercut. Now, here's one thing I point out there in this last tutorial on the whole series on the basics of card control, the power of storytelling. I try to make this funny and entertaining. It's a really serious matter. It's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. After the card is lost in the deck and you want to use the double undercut, for example, do not cut the cards immediately. There needs to be time between the crime and the detective. How do you say this? It is established that the card is lost in the deck, so don't cut immediately. And the double undercut, you see this so very often. People do 3 mistakes. First of all, they cut immediately. Second, they do it super fast, as if they want to hide it, you know, like the invisible double undercut, like as if they try to accomplish that. And then also they bring extra focus on the move. They go like, oh, just let's cut the cards once. Let's cut the cards once. Think about it. The card has just been lost in the deck, okay? The card has just been lost in the deck. That is the mindset. Why would you immediately cut the cards? Why would you say, no, just let's cut the cards. Let's cut the cards. Why would you bring focus on this? Why would you do this in a rush? Why, even if the spectator doesn't know, and believe me, laymen who don't have any idea, they don't know about these things. The most of them have no idea, so they don't know the secret or the trick, but they know this action of you doing it in that manner has got to do something with the trick. And there you go. Your cover blows. Bang, you're done. Doesn't matter what comes next because they think they know it now. Okay? So here is the key to that. Here's the solution. And it's very, 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 very easy. And that's why it's so wonderful to use this and to practice with this. The card is lost in the deck. 7 of diamonds. I used the double undercut. I just lose the card in the deck. And now it's lost, right? So I have all the time in the world. And now I bring the attention away from the cards because we don't need to talk about this anymore. The card is lost in the deck, right? And while I now proceed telling my story or do whatever I do, I casually cut the double undercut. And I have all the time in the world. I can even hold the package separated for as long as I wish because it doesn't matter. I do this seemingly subconsciously. Now the card is just lost a little more. Sometimes when I feel like I actually, after the double undercut, I go down and then I just give it one more false cut, something like this, and we'll cut, you know, the card is lost. I don't care. And it's lost, right? And then you set up. You're ready to go for whatever you want to do. Isn't that amazing? Now remember what we talked about, the pass. The pass, last week about the pass. The pass is something where you kind of, where a lot of people tend to go into this immediately. Super fast motion. So we're here, we have a spectator select a card, and then we immediately do the pass, right? To control the card. It's nice it's nice and it works and it's super and it's more sophisticated if you have already an experience and an understanding of the whole concept of misdirection, and if you have an experience of the time frames you're working with. People look up, people look down. How long do they look up? How much time do they spend laughing? Where do they look at when you talk about things and stuff? It's really relevant. So if you know this, the pass is invisible. Yeah, it's powerful like crazy, but you need to gain experience firsthand. And with this technique, catching an in-jog, with the overhand shuffle, with the thumb fan, with the dribble, with whatever you come up with, and then casually cutting the cards without paying any attention to it, subconsciously, seemingly subconsciously, you achieve the same thing, but your attention at that time is with the audience, and you will gain the experience of what that is, and what you will realize is, dude, I could have pulled 15 passes in that time window. And next time when you try the pass, you're going to be so much more relaxed. And the risk, you know, of interrupting your pattern, of getting out of, you know, a groovy, chilled, relaxed performance pattern and interaction with your audience is not so big anymore. Trinity, welcome. How are you doing? Joshua, welcome back. You didn't miss so much. And also, because this is a live stream, I repeat myself. Brian Rappert asks, do you use going faster through as a way of distraction? When and why? No, absolutely not. You want to avoid that. You want to actually, if you want to distract, you want to lay back. You want to go fast. You don't want to go faster. You want to lay back. It's so much better. Pull back. Look up. Pull back. Get it slower. People's attention shifts up like a wave. Swaps like a wave. Gives you so much more time. The faster you get, it has to do something with psychology. You can really lose it, and then you realize, oh, there's this curve coming, and now I have to hit the brakes. And you still don't make it, you know, and then you have a big crash. So let's combine some things here, okay? There are I was shooting at a very nice location, 2 tutorials on basic fundamental false shuffling techniques with the overhand shuffle and with the Hindu shuffle. All right, they're coming up, so you make sure to hit subscribe and notification bell not to miss that. The first upload on the overhand shuffle is going to go. I already uploaded it. It's going public on Wednesday. Okay, now in the context of what we just did here, let me tell you what I do. I will now lose the card in the deck. I will control the card to the bottom. I will keep the card at the bottom, and then I will shuffle the card to the top. Okay, just to give you an idea of that this is not about one specific technique. This is about elements, basic concept that you can jazz around with. You can blend together, mix together, bring together. You know, vary with. Although you're using the same technique all the time, so this enables you to play a wide set, to perform different effects using the same things basically, but still being entertaining. Okay, so here's the example. So let's do this with with simple. So we fan out the cards, very nice. People like to see that. They don't see that so often. Somebody fanning out the cards nicely. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, you know. So we have a card. 10 of hearts by the spectator, and I keep the 10 of hearts right here in the deck, right? That's what I do. There we go. And again, I'm in this situation. I don't have to hurry at all here. I can really relax, and I just can, you know, go through the thing, what I do. And as I do my double undercut very slowly, and then I bring the attention back to the cards, and I say, guys, okay. Okay, health is good. Am I there? Am I, guys? Am I with you? Am I gone? Oh no, I just wanted to make it. Am I gone again? Guys, I need some feedback right now. Am I still there? Okay. I guess I am. Oh, it's live. It's always so exciting. Okay. Nobody's coming back. Am I done? Was it? What's happening? What's happening? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm supposed to be good. Good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so confused right now again here. Are you still with me? Did I lose you? Was it all in vain again? Okay. Cool. So you still, I didn't change anything. So now I would, but I forgot the cards, so let me glimpse this card. Oh yeah, it was the 10 of hearts. So I would go now for a Hindu shuffle. I say, guys, you know, it's important, you know, to really lose the card in the deck. Otherwise, you know, that would be a shame, right? By the way, that is the Hindu shuffle. It's the most uncommon way of shuffling cards in the world, because that's how Asian folks shuffle it. That's my line. I always say this, you know, that's the Asian continent, most folks living there. But it's pretty much the same, like the thing we pretty much all know here in Europe or in the US. It's so-called overhand shuffle, you know. So I'm just playing this out, you know, shuffling the cards. No? I don't even know if that worked. I give it a try, and now I should have the selection on top. No, it's a 10 of freaking. Oh man, okay, let me fix this, okay? Let me fix this. Because a 10 into a 10, that's not so difficult, and now I actually dropped the card, but you're getting the point here anyways, right? So, why does this work? Because the 10 is super ambitious, right? You're getting the point, okay? So, now I blew it up completely. I didn't pull a double lift, it was a triple. Also, this happens sometimes. So one more time, showing you this little combination, because now I was completely interrupted. I'm stressed here because YouTube shows me that I'm not here, but I am. So we have a spectator select a card. The 2 of diamonds it is. It stays right there in the deck. That's it. And then, you know, I can casually cut the cards. No, I lost it. This is nice. Okay, you can use the triple, because I didn't tell you this before. You cannot use the triple table cut to control a card to the bottom of the deck. Okay, it's very important. I just did that. So let's go through this again. Okay, this is practice here. And this happens. And by the way, if something like this happens when you perform, don't stress out, okay? Just say, you know what will we do it different, or let me do this again, and then you just repeat the motion. Nobody really cares, because nobody knows what happened. Only you know that you just lost a card in the deck. Okay. Anyway, so we got the we got the ace of spades, right there in the deck, and I just keep it right there in the middle of the deck where we found it. Again, I take all my time, and here I am. And then I proceed with whatever I'm doing, and then I start shuffling the card, and of course I bring some attention to this because this looks awesome, you know. I know so many people, I met so many people who never saw the Hindu shuffle. So you shuffle the cards in these two ways, and this is just an example of how to combine these things, and you are ready to perform your magic, you know, because you got the card now on top of the deck. And then of course, if you know how to pull off a double lift, you can pull off a double, and then you can, you know, say, oh, it went wrong, and then you go like, you know what, let's place 7 clubs on a table, and then you snap with your fingers, and the 7 turns into the ace of spades. That's powerful, but of course this is just an illusion, right? Something like this, so you can play around. For me, it's important for you guys to understand, you don't have to stress out, and you embed all these things because people like watching the hands, people like you dealing out the cards, shuffling the cards, as long as you don't overdo it, and as long as your actions have meaning, have a certain meaning. Okay, as soon as you start doing things like weird cardistry stuff, like, well, people going like, what is he doing, why is he doing that, you know? Okay, that looked nice, and so, but as long as your actions have meaning, within the pattern, within the story you tell, within the whole thing that goes down, you have a lot of time. This is the time frame you're actually working with. So these both false shuffling techniques with the Hindu shuffle and with the overhand shuffle coming up in the next 2 uploads. I shot that at a very, very beautiful location, outdoors, on a sunny day. It's going to be amazing. You're going to enjoy this very much. Actually shooting a tutorial at a pool. Awesome. And also there is a deck giveaway going down on my channel right now. You will find that on my channel page, OTHMARIUS MAGIC on YouTube. I'm giving away a Fuck You Playing Cards deck, celebrating 4K subscribers on my channel because you guys are rocking awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your support. Without you guys, all of this wouldn't go down. OTHMARIUS MAGIC. Like and subscribe. So, and now, Trinity asks, how did you Hindi the card to the top? I didn't. I kept it on a button. I used the overhand shuffle to bring it to the top. Of course, you can bring any card to the top with the Hindu shuffle. It's also, okay, now I'm shuffling the cards and you can't even see this. Okay, let me show you this from this perspective. Of course, you can use the Hindu shuffle to keep a card at the top of the deck. You know, something like this. There you go. One more cut to make this perfect, and bang, there comes the ace. You know, very nice. So here we are in the middle of it, guys. Here we are in the middle. Are you having a great time? Everybody's having a deck of cards out practicing. We're having, I don't know, 10 to 20 viewers going up, going down. Are you having a great time? Are you enjoying yourself? Is this valuable? Do you have any questions about right now to answer? Because this is live, and I'm really excited about this technology, and I really love this interaction with you guys. Okay, so let me know what you want to know, and then I will recap all of what I just said. Once again, trying to give it one more different angle, and then we good, right? How long are we doing this right now? For about 1 hour. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, guys? So Michael Gerardon says, "Hello, OTHMARIUS, and thanks for your live stream. You're very welcome. I'm enjoying myself very much doing this. It's really exciting, you know, because I'm basically recapping all the tutorial series I got here up and running on my channel. Also, I'm kind of practicing and learning, doing something like this, you know, because teaching is something on its own. It's something you need to learn too, you know. I believe I have a certain gift doing this, but still, you know, practice also is required in this behalf. And how can you practice something like teaching unless you go out and teach? How can you practice performing magic except for going out there performing magic, right? And this is what this is all about today, that you guys are enabled to go out to perform magic and to get this experience. This will be such a boost, you know. Don't waste your time practicing difficult sleight of hand, you know, and never go out, you know. Master these basic techniques, go out, perform magic with it, and then you will have a completely different view on what choices you make in the future for what you want to learn, what slides, and you will realize a lot of things you actually don't need, or you really want to, you know, except you really want to. Andy Payne writes, I struggled sometimes getting a break on top card. It looks too obvious when I do it. Okay, I answered this in the first. Here's the thing. There could be two reasons why this is obvious, because you just simply haven't mastered the slide yet, you know. So I go back to this very basic routine. Swing cut the cards, okay. Use your thumb here to push the card down, create the break, come here, push down, come over with your hand, push thumb and finger here together, this creates automatically the break, okay? And this of course you do in the action of squaring up the cards to get into this position. And this is what you practice, and you practice this like you would practice every other slide. Bang, this looks how when I do it, you know? So bang, zack, bang, done. And don't worry about this edge here for the longest time. It really doesn't matter. This is your practice routine. So this is the first thing to eliminate this problem that you think it's too obvious. And then the other thing is, when you do this, I mean, when do you do this? So you do this, when you are spreading out the cards. So you have a spectator select a card, you turn the card over, it's a 2 of diamonds, and now you create a side jog here with this technique. I also got a tutorial out for this. Basically, you just close your hands, square up the cards, and again you catch the break. So you are in this motion, and all you need to learn is like kind of, you know, copying the same motion of simply closing the spread and squaring up the cards. And into this you build in the catching the break, and you can't see any difference after a little practice, you know. And at this moment, and this is the important thing, it's the psychology I talk about. When you do this, so you have a spectator, you show the cards to the spectator. At the point where you close the pack, it's done. For the spectator, the card is lost. Also, it must be for you. At this point, you look up, and then you close the cards and you catch the break. And this eye contact, this where you are with your audience, then they don't care about the cards anymore, because it's more important what you do, since it's established. The card is lost on the deck. So here we are in this position, we're looking down in our hands, because now it's pick a card. That's why you look down, that's the reason, that's the meaning. You show the card, okay, we keep the card where it is, bang, it's done, you come up, and nobody cares about the cards anymore. And this is what's happening. So you don't have to really worry about this. Of course, you want to have this handling smooth and down, and you don't want to think about it anymore. You have to practice this, of course. It's not like you don't need to practice this. No mathematical card tricks in repertoire right now. But maybe I will do a series on math tricks one day on my channel. Juno Murray. Here today we're talking about sleight of hand, the basics of card control. Andy Payne is the side jog in Royal Road. I don't know. I believe so. It would be crazy if it isn't. But I'm not sure right now. I can't answer you this now. But I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. No, Joshua, jogs are explained. It's page 8, we got the in-jog, and we got a lot of false shuffles explained by using in-jogging techniques with the overhand shuffle. I mean, look at this. For example, that's the first thing here for the overhand shuffle. This is, I don't know, this is retained bottom stock. That looks something like this. this is actually a completely open pass. Okay, this is how this would look like. And don't worry about this moment where you actually see the jog because laymen don't know about it. That's one version how to use an in-jog. Here's another version for the overhand shuffle, and this is taught in the Royal Road to Card Magic. This would be something like this. This is all controlling the top stalk here right now. It's crazy, isn't it? And also you can completely control the bottom stalk with this. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So it's in the Royal Road to Card Magic, but the specific technique here with the spread, I don't know. But I want to get back to Joshua's question here. This is it was Andy Payne's question. I struggled sometimes getting a break on top of the card. This is the same what I just said with this technique, what I showed you with the spread here. It's the same with everything. Let's say you use the Chalier card, okay? So you cut the cards, you bring it in there. At this moment, the card is lost. So again, when you catch the break, of course your attention goes up, and at that point, you don't care about the cards anymore. You don't care about the cards. So when you shuffle, when I cut them now onto the table, I would really like do it like this. I would be complete with my audience, cut them to the table. Only when I want to. Only when I want them spectators to look at the cards. I would bring my attention down and give them another card, and whatever I go for that next. Yeah. The same thing for having a card lost with the fan. As soon as the spectator has put the card in, and it's really the hand of the spectator putting it in there. As soon as you feel that it can't go any further, just say thank you, awesome. Go in there, come up with your attention, catch the break while you go into the next motion. And you can't believe people are satisfied with this. What the person who puts the card into the fan, it's so great because the person really experiences the choice and really putting it in there. You know, and you just close the cards up and then you square them up. What possibly could be happening, right? And this innocent, you know, this innocent moment, you focus on this because you do not care about the cards anymore. No stress with any slide, you know. And then give it a little time, and then you casually cut the cards, dude. That's all you do, and it works. Trust me, it works. Yeah, I don't know if that, Yosha, it's not so important at that point. I mean, it's basically the same technique. It is just the same technique. You do this just the same thing, okay? Whether you do this with a shuffling technique, with the dribble, you know, you do it with the dribble. That was not so elegant, but you do it with the dribble. Boom, there you go. You know, you catch the break. You do it with the Hindu shuffle. You can do it even with the Hindu shuffle, you know. Just the first package you drop on top, you know, let it stick out a little bit. Shuffle over there, come and catch the break. You're done. So you create the illusion of the card getting lost in the deck. That's the point, with no heat on it. But actually, you're completely controlling the card. You're even setting up a complete the next trick if you want so. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Isn't that powerful? And it's in the Royal Road to Card Magic. It's really in the first chapters. It's so crazy, and I think it's such a shame. And I read the introduction of the pass in this book. I read it in the last live stream. You will find the stream where I'm talking about the pass, info cards. You know, there are all live streams in one series. So the last live stream we talked about the pass, and I read about the introduction out of the introduction of the chapter of the pass of the Royal Road to Card Magic, and they're saying it here, the same thing, and I just can repeat it. It's such a shame that so many talented and so many people who really love this do kind of fail in their attempt to go out to start performing, because they are stuck with practicing difficult slides, and they are kind of never understood that they can perform extreme, crazy, awesome card magic with just an overhand, basically with just a freaking overhand shuffle, okay? And a nice selection of nice tricks. Okay, guys, at one point I will be just gone away because I'm having problem here with streaming quality. I believe I just, we crashed again once again here. I hope it's not so bad. Okay. Yes, we crashed, I believe, for a second. I hope I'm back on track again here. I have no freaking clue. Where am I at? Are we still on? Are you there, guys? Now he's back. I'm back. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, I'm telling you, here's the truth. Here's the truth. I'm streaming not with cable. I'm streaming wireless, and it's a shame because that brings this risk with it, okay? I just don't have an option to set it up any other way right now. So, what are you saying? Other camera angle? Just got the headphones from my head. Are you having a great time? I mean, really, this is really rich, and I just can repeat myself, have to repeat myself. If you take this seriously, and if you use this, if you start using this, if you master these tech, master the overhand shuffle, the Hindu shuffle, master the thumb fan, the dribble, master how to catch a pinky break. Bring these things together and start performing these beautiful, beautiful tricks, of which there are a billion out there. In any occasion, and enjoy this, and just be relaxed, and don't worry if it doesn't work at one time. If you fail, if you miss a cut, it really doesn't matter because you're not killing anybody. You know, you're not even, you know, you're just trying to do something. You know, and if you understand this, that it's not a big deal, and that you can really play it cool, and you will have success, and you will have success with this. You will entertain people with it. There will be laughter, there will be astonishment. This will boost your confidence, and with this confidence, you keep on proceeding, because believe me, it's so hard. You will be spending time practicing stuff, and you will have a lot of you know, hard times of despair also, and frustration if things doesn't go so well. And this is something, if you get this right here from scratch, you know, all the other things, they are not so much a big of a deal anymore. And that's the crazy thing. I'm always saying card magic does not have to be, first of all, expensive, and it does not have to be difficult at all, really, because the whole aspect of performing magic, it is so much, you know, the handling, the mechanics, that is the thin layer, and then there comes this whole block of performing magic, and you cannot believe these are sections. If I tell you now how many different sections on the level of performing for people comes, you will despair, you will drop off, you will say, I will never get anywhere, because it's crazy. And the first thing you need to unlock is to get away from your hands and to get your attention up to the audience. That is the first thing you need to know. So all you need to know is these basic techniques and a really defined repertoire of 3 to 4 tricks you like, you love, with different effects. Bring it all together nice and easy, and then start rotating it, using different techniques on it, redefining it, and focus on who you are as a persona, as a performer. It's so much more important. Okay, I'm preaching again. I'm preaching the gospel of the cards. Are you having a great time, guys? Jono Murray, love this shit. You're fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just, you know, I'm just speaking from experience. Since we are a very intimate group here still on my channel, let me be very clear about this. What I'm doing here on YouTube is I'm documenting my learning process. I've done a lot of different things before I came to magic, to card magic especially in my life. And I've lost a lot of information and data in my life because I didn't document my learning processes. And there comes a point of knowing something. There comes a point of mastering something where you forget about the steps that got you there, you know. And I had the life experience when I started with magic, and I found by the way, this beautiful platform YouTube and my passion also making videos, all of this fell together, and I said I use this to document my learning process, not to miss this very important steps that are there in the first place for myself, and then of course also being able to share this with you guys. You know, that's a privilege, and it's really cool. And if this is helping you out, awesome. Well, I don't know what book. Maybe I write my own book, you know. And I'm telling you, really, to a certain point, the Royal Road to Card Magic. I mean, quite honestly, this is really a lot of material, you know. We will have enough. There's going to be enough time for other stuff, but that will come pretty much later. By the way, I'm also setting up my Patreon right now, which is going to air at, I don't know, in mid-July or beginning of August. I'm super excited about this. It's going to be cool because I'm going to use this live format here, and I have some very awesome goals there and some pretty nice rewards. So teasing you guys, maybe you join in there. You become a Patreon. What do you say about that? So we are 1 minute and 1 hour and 17 minutes doing this. Quite a journey. Alrighty, right. So last round of questions. Something you want to know in the context. Last round of questions, and then a little recap, and then once again, everything to go deeper into this is out there on my channel. You find it in the info cards. All the tutorials, catching and holding in jog, catching a break, using the technique of the in jog with the overhand shuffle, with the chalier cut, with the thumb riffle, 3 practical ways of catching a break. At the moment where, from a spectator's point of view, the card gets lost in the deck, it's out there, a tutorial, and I've got the tutorial then on the simple triple table cup, on the double undercut, also on a cut that's called I call it a fancy cut, no, a beautiful cut, no, yeah, it was it's kind of a swivel cut variation. How do I call it? You'll find it there. This would look something like this. So let's catch a in jog, a break. We have a spectator select a card. There you go, 6 of diamonds. I shuffle all the rest cards over there, and then the cut would look something like this. There you go, bang, bang. Right? What I love about it is the last motion is really one throwing off, and you got the card on top of the deck. So let's do this again with the fan. Card goes in, close the fan, get the break. Also give it the time you need, and then just cut the cards, bang, and card comes to the top. This is a variation of this is a very nice alternative to the double undercut, by the way. Like this very much. Can you teach how to do false shuffles, shuffle and cut? I have a tutorial, Shy Does Magic. There is a tutorial series on my channel called The 3 Boldest False Cuts in Card Magic. These are two-handed cuts. So we got a 6 of diamonds on top. We got the ace of spades at the bottom. First version would look something like this. It's a false triple swing cut. You can do this also with this variation. Keeps everything in stock, pretty nice. Then there is something I call the wingman. This looks something like this. Bang. This is a very nice visual cut. Also keeps a top and bottom stock in place. And then there is this killer. I love this so much. Boom. Very easy, a safe play, very effective. Can play this for a big crowd. Boom. There you got everything under control. The 3 boldest false cards in gambling and conjuring. Tutorial series with tutorial pilot and all them 3 tutorials out there. You'll find this on my channel page, tutorial series. And then next week, and then the upload after that is going to be very, very straightforward tutorials on using the overhand shuffle as well as the Hindu shuffle for a basic false shuffling coming up. So hit subscribe and notification to be notified when this goes up, and then you will get it, okay? By the way, these tutorials are going to be super awesome because the next 4 uploads I shot at a super awesome summer location with a volcano in the back, at the pool. This is crazy. You're gonna have a super fun. And also Bunny Man, you know Bunny Man? This guy here, Bunny Man went totally crazy actually in one video, challenging Chris Ramsey to do some crazy bullshit. I don't know if if we keep it in the video. I have to talk to my producer, which I am too. Alrighty, right, guys. Yeah, Trinity the Wingman is awesome. Shay, is that right? Did I pronounce it right, or how does it be? How do I pronounce your name? Does Magic? Is it Shay or is it not? I don't know, man. It's so funny. My name is OTHMARIUS, you know. It's the odd guy called Marius, right? And the name just happened to exist in that with this nuance because Miss Mac 822. Anybody of you guys knows Miss Mac? I won Christmas Channel 2012 on Miss Mac 822. Which boosted my YouTube channel from 0 subscribers to 120 in one day, and it was a blast, yeah. And when he announced me as a winner, he said Marius, and I thought it was funny because I never thought it would be pronounced how to pronounce this in English, you know, because it's a German name actually. I'm not a friend with Chris, absolutely. I'm not. I don't even know him in person. I'm a fan bitch, you can say. But I roasted the guy in a very funny video because he would roast Chris Ramsey. No, he would roast Chris Angel. Who's better, magician, David Blaine or Chris Angel? And I did a video roasting Chris Ramsey, and it's still a video that gets the most dislikes on my channel. Like, it has really a lot of dislikes, and every couple of months, some Chris Ramsey fan bitch who didn't get the irony writes a hate comment. Shut up, OTHMARIUS, you are a stupid asshole. It's really funny. Okay, Shay, super, so I got it right. Yeah, by the way, so I got all your comments here in the back. Where am I? Where are your comments? Let's use this one. Oh. No, we had this idea, you know. I shot this at the pool, and I thought it would be funny if Bunnyman challenges Chris Ramsey, also jumping in the pool, and we shot it. And let's see if we keep it in. It's gonna be the last video in the series. Anyways, there's going to be there's a tutorial on false shuffling with the overhand shuffle, false shuffling with the Hindu shuffle, and I show you the one-handed shuffle. If I can do this now because my hands are tired. Yeah, there you go, like this. Yeah, tutorial on this one, and then there comes like kind of a crazy video where I am unboxing a couple of beautiful decks, and I'm also giving away one of these. So another deck giveaway coming up. Although one deck giveaway is already is still running, you know, guys. 4K subscribers, thanks to you. You are awesome. One Fuck You Playing Cards goes out to a lucky winner. So hit that video, participate on the contest if you haven't already. Yeah, you know, some people, Shay does magic, writes, I'm a fan of Chris and I found that video funny. You know, some people, I actually, because I know it's only us speaking right now, right? So there's a lot of stupid people on the loose, you know? So I did actually open this video with warning a lot of ironic content, and then I also write in the subtitles, please there is an info, or as well, it's a description on irony in the info box, you know. So I'm saying it's irony, and I'm explaining what is irony in the info cards, but still people don't get it, you know. It's like people are triggered easily, so it's not worries. And also there's a lot of kids watching, you know, and everybody, you know, who's in the age of, I don't know, 10 to 12, 13, and it's getting this wrong and hating me for it. It's all right, you know, no hard feelings. It's okay. I have a blue box, yeah, but I have here's also a red box. I have more cards. I have never soaped a deck for good fanning, but I found something. Okay, guys, I know where the decks are. Here they are. I'm gone for a second. So these are the decks. Let's get nerdy here. We practice enough. I did this video. This video gonna called Summer Fun with Cocktail Party Playing Cards. So we're making a cocktail, and I'm unboxing this at the pool. Bunnyman is going crazy, and then also I've been unboxing this one, and this one. And in this video, I'm going to give away one of these. So you can make a choice. Just have to write in the info. In the comments, not in this video, but in the video that's where this is featured, you know. But you asked of fanning the cards. Here's the thing. So you open the cards. It's 3 different decks. They are brand new. I just opened them. Look at this. This deck fans perfect, right? No problem. Absolutely no problem. It's funny sometimes. So I opened this deck here. Also normal deck of cards. Fans perfect, okay, no problem, right? Now I open up this deck, and this is how it fans. Look at this, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Look at this. Doesn't fan. Completely clumsy, sticky, and I have no freaking clue why. So when you look at this, maybe there is a texture here on this print. You know, this is how these cards look like, and they don't fan. That's crazy. But they don't even fan with the other side. What? Why? I have no freaking clue why. But still, it's a beautiful deck, and you can get this work, you know. Anyways, so guys, you make sure to hit double combo, subscribe, and notification not to miss what's coming up on my channel. My name is OTHMARIUS. I hit you with the trailer. You get one last chance to ask me questions, and then I'm out of here. OTHMARIUS Magic. Like and subscribe. So guys, we talked about the basics of card control today. Everything is in the info cards up there, all the tutorial series. You will find on my channel all the other tutorial series on shuffling cards, on the card flourishes. You do not need difficult sleight of hand in order to perform great card magic. However, you need to get the basics down and basics right. One of the most important techniques in card magic is in jogging, or catching a break with an in jog. We took a close look at this. You can catch a break with an in jog, combining it with flourishes like the thumb fan, like the dribble, like the spread, like the overhand shuffle, the chalier cut, and a lot more. The importance about this is that at the point where you catch the break, your attention is with your audience, and it's established that the card is lost in the deck, which happens automatically. And then you have all the time in the world to casually cut the break, cut to the break with different cutting techniques like the double undercut, like a pretty cut, or a swivel cut, or a triple table cut, and so on. Having all the time in the world, just creating more, making the illusion stronger that the card is lost in the deck. Now it's just lost a little more, although you just controlled it. There is no heat on the cards. You are super relaxed, and you experience, or you gain the experience of what it means to actually perform card magic in a live situation with people, and that's what this is all about. So so this is really, really, really important, because if you get this right from scratch, if you use this, you will your journey on the royal road to card magic, or your journey on for becoming a magician, becoming a card magician, or your journey just, you know, to learn some tricks to entertain people will be so much easier. And what comes in the future will always rely on this experience, will always be based on this experience. You will always be safe also if for whatever reason you lose your nerves in one or other situation, which happens, by the way, sometimes. I have this as experience in my life, sometimes on a stage, in a surrounding where I'm safe and everything, and for whatever freaking reason, I'll totally lose my shit and I'm just a nerve wreck. And then you want to have something to go back where you're safe, you know, because it is from there always a challenge, leaving your comfort zone, going out and going crazy and bananas and trying the risky stuff, you know. So if this is for you now risky and challenging and troubling, you are very much a beginner, but that's not a problema. Everybody has to walk through this. But if you get this right from scratch, and if you make this your foundation and your base, you're gonna be good, and it's gonna be all right, as long as you keep practicing and you're practicing well. Wow, isn't that something? Magic Iron TV, tuning in late. I don't know, maybe not in your time or world. Cameras off. Guys, these were pretty much the final words. So let me walk you through the mechanics one last and single time, right? So with the dribble, you dribble the cards, you have a spectator look at the cards, you in-jug a card while dribbling, you catch the break under cover of squaring up the cards, you have all the time in the world cutting to the card. Was it a card? It was a card. For example, you have a card selected, you have it even signed, you have it been placed in the fan by a spectator, you close the fan, your tension goes up as you catch the break. I lost the break, I don't know, no, I caught the break, and then again you can have all the time in the world to catch the card. Was it a card? No, it was not the card. So let's do this again, and it doesn't matter if you fail in between, because stuff like that happens. So that's the motion. Here we go. Queen of Hearts on top. You can use the overhand shuffle to have them select a card, the Queen of Hearts, and then you just shuffle over there, bang, and you're good. You can keep on shuffling, and then you cut the cards. No break, everything is meant to be seen by the spectators, to be observed by the spectators, and yet you are 100% under control. There are no limits of control. You can even use the Chalier card, something like the Chalier card, to do this. And when you've done this, when you've practiced all of this, you might proceed and go to the pass, right? The pass we talked about in the last live session. So that's that, guys. How are you doing? Everybody is cool? Are we good? Yes, no, but it's already 10 p.m. almost. Here's the thing. You can hit me now with maybe as we lay back, as we go out here of this atmosphere. To stop this, is this a good time for you, or what would be a better time for you guys? You know, just give me some suggestions, and maybe I try it out another time. Earlier on a Sunday, I don't know. It's late. But I'm trying to get people from the States also in there. So if I make it earlier in Germany, it's super early in the States, at the West Coast at least, and people in India are in the middle of the night. You know, it's freaking crazy. So I don't know. Just what would be best for you, and maybe I do it best for you, you know. All right, so let's wrap up the cards. Very nice. So we had a great time, everybody. I would say it was a perfect we're done here. I would say one more time through all the cameras. Guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in, for supporting this channel. You are rocking awesome, you know. And next time I guess next time. Oh yeah, when are we going to do the next live stream? That's a question. I almost forgot this. What's the next live stream here? So let it be that. Here's the camera. Let it be Sunday, the 1st of July. Okay, Sunday, the 1st of July, live. Okay. Anytime. John O'Murray wants to do it anytime. That's the attitude, brother. That's the attitude. Yes, I make it look easy because I'm practicing every day and I'm doing this for years. So practice, practice, practice. That's why this is called a live practice session, you know? This is a good time for Trinity. Maybe I'm starting this, I don't know, at 7 in my time. Today we started at 8. I'm just giving it 1 hour earlier if I can do this. I don't know. I will see when I set it up. And next time, because now we have been walking through the basics, we have been walking through the shuffling techniques, we talked about the flourishes, we talked about the pass, we talked now about the basics of card control. So this is a lot of material. Now it's time to not go into more material. It's enough anyways. Now I think we should take a close look at what we are actually doing when we are practicing. That's right. So I want to talk in a practice session, practicing different things about how we best practice and what different types of practice there are, because practice is not practice. All right? Sounds great? You think, are you interested in that topic? And I don't care if you're interested. If not, because right now I'm the badass teacher and I'm telling you, you need to know this, because your life will be much more easier if you have a basic concept of what practice. Practice is not practice. It's not just doesn't mean to spend time with a certain thing. You need to spend it how you say proper, right? Okay, nice. But then I need to perform. Magic Aaron, you're performing next Sunday or Sunday the 1st. Talk about it. Tell me about it. I want to know it. Good. Get a shout out. Magic Aaron TV. Where are you from, by the way, Aaron? Because I don't speak your language and I didn't get it when I last checked in. It's a young magician with a nice YouTube channel. Check it out. Go subscribe. Give him some love and support. And Aaron is already performing magic. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Hit the keys, Aaron. What are you where are you performing? What are you doing? What are you performing? Is this card magic or are you performing like some parlor stage set? What's up? I'm excited. I think it's amazing. Okay, keep in mind, guys, Sunday the 1st of July. Next time we meet. Talking about practice. So, and then I've got to get ready for shooting the tutorial series on table work, because I want to do a tutorial series on the basics of table work, you know. And I am not sure how I shoot this because I want to make it look really crisp. So from the Netherlands, that's great, Aaron. Aaron from the Netherlands has a lovely YouTube channel, and he's a passionate young magician. From what I saw, go there, subscribe, check out his channel. You know, when you have a YouTube channel, every new subscriber is just a blast. And sometimes you're sitting there, or oh, that 5 new subscribers, that rocks, that's amazing. So and you, no harm done, you know. Probably YouTube is not suggesting anything anyways. It has become so hard on YouTube, guys. Unbelievable. All my last uploads completely bumped, completely. But so I said, you know what? I make this more personal. I focus even harder, even more. I do it more clear, going into the things. And for everybody who finds it and everybody who joins the party, good for you, good for me. That's awesome. And from there we develop it. So I crashed again, guys. Aaron writes, I make vids in English as well now, and thanks for the shout out. And he's doing street magic Saturday, Sunday. That's awesome. That's exciting. Going out, and it's the most difficult thing, you know, because it's so delicate, you know, to get into this, to address people, to go there and to get them to enjoy your magic, you know. Super. I love that. I think that's amazing. Well then, here we are. Complete time delay. I don't know where I am. Currently watching 13 viewers by the end of the show. We are doing this now for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I had a blast of a time. You are absolutely awesome. My name is OTHMARIUS, and this is just what I do. I hope you enjoyed this, and you be sure more magical stuff is going to be uploaded very soon. And although it feels a little sad always, but it's time to quit this now. We had a great time. We learned a lot. And yeah, see you for the next live stream. Are you ready? Here comes the trailer for the last freaking time. OTHMARIUS Magic. Like and subscribe. I'm still there. All right then, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.